welcome to vlog 3 for Brewer's Yeast. Part of the biggest challenge producing and hosting a show on your own is, well, I mean, I've never been in front of a camera before. I've been behind the camera for, I don't know, probably about 15 years. I'm used to aiming this thing at people, not having it aimed at me. And I'm hosting the show just for the sake of getting it done. It's so much easier if I do it because I have to get a lot of working parts into one place. I gotta get cameramen, I gotta get guests, I have to do a location, I have to get the brewers themselves, and then trying to get a host into that location at the same time was adding another layer that I realized, you know what, I can just remove that. And so the point of the vlogs is actually to just get me comfortable talking with the camera aiming at me and kind of just free-flowing my thoughts. So I'm going to be doing these regularly, whether people are watching them or not, is really not the issue. It's the big issue is that I'm doing them for the sake of getting comfortable. The other issue with hosting the show or producing the show myself is crew, which we did. So we're filming on Sunday. I have a cam op, I've got 2 cameras, and here's the best part. I have 2 amazing guests that I'm incredibly thrilled to have on the show, and I can't even begin to describe how happy I am that they're compliant to come and do this. It's so cool. The first guest is going to be a master Cicerone. Her name's Natasha Pyskar. When we met her, she was actually like the beer selection technician at National, and we met her while we were promoting the pilot for the show. And we had gone in and we were asking if we could put up posters, if we could promote this project that I was working on in any way. And she was enthusiastically helpful with the project and let us put up posters and made tweets and did all kinds of stuff about the show coming up. Even so much down to when we were looking for a location to shoot, welcomed us with open arms in a National on 10th Avenue. They let us use the bowling alley. They were so gracious. I couldn't believe it. And when I went to say thank you, I found out she wasn't with National anymore. How am I going to find this person? And then my cousin, who works at Toolshed, says, oh, we've got this amazing taste sensation expert. She's a master level Cicerone. Her name's Natasha. And I said, Pyskar? Yes. Amazing. I would love to hang out with her and have her on the show. And so I reached out and, well, she would love to be on the show too. So that's our first guest. The other guest is going to be, as I've announced on the Facebook page, Caitlin Millions from X929. Now, I've known Caitlin's father for something like 10 years, Roger Millions, who's one of the color guys for Sportsnet. So you've all seen him, if you watch a hockey game, you've seen him begin the hockey game. I've seen him in the bowels, I've seen him in the dressing rooms, I've seen him in the press room. I've spent a lot of time with him, and so it's going to be really funny to hang out and interview his daughter, who is now a radio DJ for X929. She kind of followed a little bit in her father's footsteps. So she's usually not in front of the camera, but this time she will be. So she's big into craft beer. The reason we're having her on the show is that one of her college projects was actually a documentary on the process of making craft beer that she did at Big Rock. So I figured, well, this is perfect. So we're going to bring her into Toolshed and we're going to drink a couple beers. Then we're going to visit with Natasha, and she's going to teach us what to look for when you're drinking beers, what the different flavors are, and how to describe them. So that if somebody asks for a recommendation or suggestion on a beer, this is the kind of thing that you would say to whet their appetite and get them excited to try that beer instead of coming off. I don't want to come off ridiculous. I don't want to be saying crazy things like, oh, this is the nose piques my curiosity and to try more martial arts in the eastern fringes of the Maldives. No, I just want to remind you that the chocolate notes will hit the back of your tongue. That's really all I'm interested in. So that will be the episode, and we're also going to chat with Natasha about being a Cicerone. Further down the road, Dandy has just opened their new microbrewery in Inglewood, so they have their new location that is all pretty exciting, and it is open now. I have a connection with their new head brewer. He's a friend of my sister's boyfriend, so I'm going to be reaching out to him really quickly, and then I have a couple more friends in mind that we can do for guests, and then after that, it's going to be kind of uncharted territory. I'm going to be using a lot of connections to see what we can do, and just find people that are interested in helping out the show and just being a part of it. The drinking craft beer and being an enthusiast isn't a prerequisite to being on the show. Willingness to try craft beers is. So if you're a wine drinker, but you've always wanted to get into craft beer, but you didn't know where to start because all you're familiar with is your typical lagers, your Budweisers, your Kokanees, and you think, I don't like beer. Cool. That's amazing. I've got someone that we'll be working with that is going to be my taste experience expert, and we'll be coming up with great entry-level beers to introduce you to craft beer that will be recognizable to your palate. So you'll have a good entry-level way, and we'll chat about your life and what you do. So as this goes on, I would love to have people be reaching out that want to be a part of Brewer's Yeast. So if you see this and you think, shit, I'd love to be on the show, drop us a line. We're always checking the messages. We have an email. Everything is Brewer's Yeast YYC. Brewer's Yeast YYC at Gmail. We're on Instagram. Say hi. Offer your time. Offer your help. Offer your support. There's a lot to do and very few people doing it. So as always, like and subscribe. Click the little bell. Check the notifications. Watch for the website. Watch for the episodes. I'm going to film 2 or 3 episodes before I post them. So you won't see this episode for a little while. I'm going to film 3 and then release them in segments and chunks so that we'll have a good long period of content. And I'm not going to run out of content before I'm producing new content. That would be terrible and it would start to get too stressful. So that's how we're going to do it. Thanks for your time. Cheers. Go crack open a room temperature proper one. They don't always have to be cold. Some beers are better at room temperature, I promise. See you next time.